I have to tell you something. So
What?
On my flight yesterday,
Uh-oh.
I was sitting next to a redhead, which statistically low odds. In addition to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Couple rows ahead.
How redhead?
Bright as a bulb. Bright as a red light.
Okay.
Couple rows ahead of me. We land. Woman stands up.
No.
Also has red hair.
No way.
What are the odds that
3 of you?
3 natural redheads are on a flight within a seat of each other, but then a few rows? And I thought to myself, we couldn't all audition to be on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
There are too many redheads. On this plane. Kelly Finglass would say, out of there.
Out of there. Except someone did tell me that she apparently does like redheads. And I was like, well, it doesn't look like she likes redheads.
Yeah, prove it. Actions speak louder than words.
Prove it.
Also, one bone to pick with what you just said.
What?
You don't know they're all natural redheads.
Oh, no, they were. For sure. No, you can
You're
tell.
Among the redhead community?
No. You can tell a natural redhead from a mile away. Telling you.
Okay, well, let's see how that sounded.
Yep.
Okay. Good test.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hello, Madeline.
Okay. That was a jumble of letters that came out of your mouth.
I'm having computer issues today.
Charlotte, she had to log into something, and she didn't log in. And she was like, it's not working. I pressed the link. It's not working. And I go, did you log in with the credentials provided?
Not only did I say it's not working, I sent an email.
She did.
To a couple people.
To multiple people on a thread saying, it's not working. I go up to her computer, and I said, you copy and paste the username and password? Charlotte goes, no, I clicked the link. And I go, well, you have to log in.
Yeah.
To then, be logged in.
I think subconsciously I didn't want to log in because I had to log out of something else to then
it's
log
too many
in.
steps. It's too many steps. Too many steps.
So I was willfully ignorant. And I just want to apologize to everybody involved in that situation.
It's fine. We figured it out.
Yes. And here we are.
Here we are.
Back with a topical weekly episode.
I missed recording these episodes.
I did too, because for the past couple weeks we've done a few deep dives, which are very fun. We hope you like them. We did one on athlete wedding compressed florals, and we still get emails about what's a compressed floral.
Which we will be getting into some compressed florals that were user submitted.
That's what we call a tease in the biz.
A tease.
Yes, at the end of this episode, we have an athlete wedding roundup.
Yes.
Because we are in the throes.
We are in the thick of the compressed flowers, just shoved in there.
Yeah, just well, that's how we are with wedding season right now.
Yeah, it is wedding season.
I feel like a lot of people are going to a lot of weddings.
Oh boy, yeah, a lot of weddings. A lot of weddings. But no, I missed recording these episodes.
Me too.
Also, so much has happened the
my
past
God.
couple of weeks. Some of it was just not even timely anymore, so we just had to scrap it. So sorry, some topics didn't make the final cut here.
But what we're also just while we're at it with a tease for compressed flowers. Also, if you would be so kind as to rate and review our show on Apple Podcast, you can leave a comment on Spotify. Definitely subscribe on YouTube. I mean, subscribe everywhere. What are we doing? Because if you're listening to this, it means you're not watching it, so you should go watch it on YouTube. Is that the plug?
That's the plug.
Did I do it?
Thanks for plugging. Oh, and always follow us on Instagram at Sports Gossip and TikTok at Sports Gossip Show.
Yeah. But before we get okay.
What?
This felt like sports, but it wasn't sports.
Oh, yeah.
This felt like sports.
Yes,
we got quite a few requests from dear listeners and viewers of this show to talk about the Coldplay concert.
Yeah.
Which I will say that I think every pop culture writer now has sent a newsletter about it. Everybody has talked about it on their podcasts because it happened last week. That the CEO of a Boston-based company, this is right up my alley, folks. This is
your hometown.
This is why we have a Boston expert on the show.
It is.
For this.
Yeah.
Which is that the CEO of a Boston-based tech company, astronomer?
Never heard of him.
I was calling it astrology.
I thought it was astronom. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Astronaut?
I don't even know what they do. I think they're AI startup or, I don't know, biotech. Who knows?
Something
unclear.
Like, you know stuff on LinkedIn where it's like FAS cloud services make it faster.
Yeah.
They're like, we make everything faster. And I'm like, everything's already pretty fast.
That's like, I don't know if you have friends, like I always see like TikToks people talking about like, you don't really even know what your best friend does for work.
No.
Like my childhood best friend, shout out to Celine. I really have no idea what she does. If she's listening, which she probably is, she does something in cyber security. She's great at it. But I don't understand it.
Yeah.
She'll say words to me and I'm like, Don't know what that means.
My childhood
Couldn't
best
tell
friend,
ya.
Hillary. Shout out, Hillary. Love ya. I actually sort of get what she does.
Oh,
But
wow.
I couldn't tell you how she does it.
No, I have no idea. Hillary, I don't know what you do.
It's a level of intelligence that I simply like.
Nope.
Can you imagine to use the computer, like your computer is your job?
Well, I've done that.
No, I know. Damn it.
I do understand that. Anytime we have to like make a presentation, Charlotte's always like,
I can't.
No, I make the. I make the decks.
I know.
Let's be
You
real.
make the decks.
I know. I pull a
once
KPI
made a
or
mood
two.
board.
Oh yeah, Charlotte did make a mood board. That
All
was
right.
a good mood board, though.
Thank you.
It looked nice.
I think if I apply myself, it's like
You-
me in math in school.
Anything you put your mind to, you can do it.
Well, clearly not, but for
Yes.
me. Anyway, so the CEO of this tech company went to a Coldplay concert with the head of HR. That was a terrible way to set up the story. That was so bad. I'm so sorry. Basically, there was a Coldplay concert at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and Chris Martin, the head of Coldplay, the CEO of Coldplay,
the head coach.
the head coach of Coldplay.
Yeah, he's the head coach of Coldplay.
Yeah, he is. Big head coach energy.
You know what sounds like a football play?
Coldplay?
No, conscious uncoupling. That feels like something you do in football. For those who don't know,
Oh my
Chris
God.
Martin used to be married to Gwyneth Paltrow, and they famously consciously uncoupled when they got a divorce.
And-
doesn't that sound like some sort of quarterback sneak maneuver? Maneuver or something?
Conscious uncouple sounds like two wide receivers start out closer than normal and then both go to run routes like the opposite side of the field.
But then they end up kind of together in the end. But
Yeah.
there's more space apart
Because they
from
still
them.
have kids together. The ball.
the ball.
The ball is their child.
Kind of is.
Woo. Been a while since we really
anyways.
went off the rails. Can you finish
Yeah.
telling what
No,
happened?
everyone's seen it, I think, by this point. But if you haven't, they're then filmed, and then they're embracing each other and then quickly duck away.
On the
because-
Jumbotron.
Which is the worst thing that they could have done. As people have said online, it's like, why didn't they just kind of fake it? Not that people wouldn't have recognized them at the show, but there was a way to do it where you could have, like, it might have been filmed, but like no one would have thought anything of it. Maybe just some people in their inner circles gossiped about it.
Right, because it was the CEO and then his head of HR who were
Yeah.
having an affair together, and they were both married, or he was married. She might not have been married anymore.
We don't know.
We don't know, but now everybody knows their business, and he resigned. Whereas if they had just acted normal, his marriage still would have been over.
For sure.
Someone would have sent it to his wife.
Yeah.
But there are a few things that I have to say about this.
What?
Which is this means that the CEO and the head of HR who are having an affair drove together from whatever affluent Boston suburb they live in to Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Maybe the least romantic place in the world to see a Coldplay concert at Gillette State. Like, for some reason,
Yeah.
the fact that it was at Gillette where the Patriots play is like the most embarrassing part of all of this to me. They
Honestly,
drove to Foxborough together.
they did.
That's like 50 minutes at
Oh,
least,
is it far?
or an hour.
Oh, it's not close to Boston. It's far.
It's like closer to Rhode Island. Like,
Okay.
people, I don't think people understand the legit, like,
Yeah.
Foxborough.
No, they had to get in a vehicle and drive there, presumably together.
There's not much
Yeah.
there besides the stadium.
Well, first we had Deflategate at Gillette Stadium,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And now we have like Deflection Gate. Deflect-gate?
Affair gate?
Affair Gate. Affair Gate.
we could do
I was
better.
trying to do a D sound.
Divorce gate? Sorry.
There we go. Yeah, most likely
don't
Divorce Gate.
know.
But the sports angle to the story, besides the fact that it was at Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play, is the fact that a bunch of other, I think mostly Major League Baseball teams I've seen, have now been doing kiss cams at their game, and then they have the people, when they've been showing them, have been doing the move.
No.
Like
Are
they've
you
been
kidding me?
acting like, yes, they've been acting like the couple. Which
Okay.
is incredible. I love that.
That is also real service to anybody at those games having an affair.
Yeah.
Because if everybody ducks, then
Yes.
you don't know which ones are actually having an
Right.
affair, and it doesn't go viral online.
Right. Now, here's my question.
Okay.
Is how long do you think this is going to last on kiss cams? Like, will this last through next NBA season?
Forever.
I feel like it's forever.
I think this is now how kiss cams work, is that
Yes.
a kiss cam shows you and you duck. And I actually
Yes.
think that is a huge service to the communities at large. Because I'm married and I love my husband. If there were a kiss cam on us, I would still be mortified.
No, it's embarrassing.
I'm not trying to do that.
No, I don't
And
wanna
you
do that.
always see these couples on kiss cams where it goes to them on a kiss cam and they're like, okay,
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like-
It's like no one. I just don't need to see it.
Ducking is so much funnier.
It's so much funnier, and because I think it gives people an opportunity to kind of act, like have a funny acting moment, which I think everyone has inside of them deep down. I've now been served TikToks. I thought of you immediately.
Oh, no.
There is some sort of Boston Tea Party tour in Boston where you participate, like you have a part and you shout things.
Stop
like,
it.
Someone's seen these. It looks like they're in a fake courtroom or something. I would love to go do it. I think it would be really fun. But there, people, like, you can tell it's like dads who clearly like are, a little shy or serious. Yeah. They're getting into it. And I'm like, that to me, I feel like is a good comp. It's like people are kind of getting into the acting element, acting surprise. Yeah. Like everyone knows it's their moment to shine when the spotlight is put on them.
That's so true. And it's not a thing where you have to like, it's not an embarrassing, intimate thing. It's like you get to act. Everyone's
laughing.
Everybody secretly is waiting for their SAG card.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was like, did you ever do like mock trials?
Oh,
Not mock trial as like the club where people get really into it, but like in 6th grade.
Yes.
I don't know if this is also a Boston thing. We had like, now that I'm saying it, reenacted the Salem witch trials.
We definitely did not do that in Decatur, Georgia.
Someone was accused of being a witch.
Oh.
And then there were lawyers.
Oh, that's kind of awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well.
But, I got really into it as the prosecutor.
No,
Wait,
we
no,
just
as
got
the
left.
defense, as the defense. I wasn't saying someone was
No,
a witch.
we never did that. We only just got left at field trips, which I've told you that story. We weren't left at a field trip. We got to the field trip. We drove multiple hours to Alabama, and then the museum was closed. So that's there we go.
So therein lies
We
both of our origin stories.
That is our villain origin story.
Okay.
Anyway, should we get into WNBA All-Star?
Please.
So much happened at WNBA
So
All-Star.
much happened. It looked like the greatest party on earth.
Oh, my God.
WNBA All-Star in Indianapolis, where for NBA All-Star last year, I slept in a train car in a hotel.
Which, if you haven't listened to that episode, it's from like maybe
back.
a month ago or so.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Wonder if any of the WNBA players
I'm
slept
sure
in a train car.
People certainly slept in those train cars.
Fans probably.
For sure. Well,
I hope they didn't put the WNBA players wouldn't fit in that train car. It wasn't wide enough for
probably not. They were probably normal hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Yeah,
if you're
anyway.
an All-Star.
It looked absolutely amazing, but the thing that I have been consumed with from WNBA All-Star is that Paige Bueckers, star of the Dallas Wings, who won a championship with UConn in her final year there, there have been rumors, we've talked about it, seemingly sort of confirmed by Paige and Azzi Fudd. Azzi Fudd, Paige announced, is her girlfriend. Last we spoke about this. Azzi had a phone case in a mirror that said Paige Bueckers' girlfriend, that she posted a picture of herself online.
Yes, on Instagram. Okay, boomer. Online. She posted it on the World Wide Web. Yes, she posted it to her Instagram story, Charlotte. Yes, she did. Yes. And I would also like to add, a few weeks ago, we did a little photo shoot, and someone who was there the day that she took that photo was
the makeup artist.
The makeup artist. Yeah.
She was
my makeup artist.
Madeline's makeup artist.
How crazy is that? Small world.
Was standing next to outside of the frame.
Yeah, she wasn't in the frame.
She did Azzi's makeup.
Yeah, incredible.
Amazing.
Love that.
So yeah, Paige did this, orange carpet, as they call it, interview where it was, how well do you know your D1 girlfriend? And at the end they said, who's your D1 girlfriend? And Paige said, Azzi Fudd. And Azzi was at everything all weekend.
Yep.
She and Paige, I think, are maybe the best dressed couple in sports.
Oh yeah.
I would go Paige's outfits, everything she wore. It is like I would love Paige's closet.
Yes.
She
ate.
Oh,
she ate,
as the kids say.
Okay, boomer.
Also, though, the Dallas Wings, flew Azzi out.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's very nice.
As Paige's +1.
That's
for
very
the
nice.
weekend.
As they should.
Yes,
as they should.
I thought was
it's
wonderful.
better juju, for camaraderie, for being an All-Star.
Also, the Liberty's Natasha Cloud did How Well Do You Know Your WNBA Girlfriend? She's dating Izzy Harrison, who is also on the New York Liberty. And I just think Natasha Cloud has enormous amounts of riz.
Yes. Oh, so much riz.
And her girlfriend, Izzy Harrison, her dad was in the NFL.
Oh, well,
she's one of the super
athlete, nepo, sort of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Genetic athlete.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Parents. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, you get what we're saying. One of the most entertaining. I mean, I would say it's
the
most entertaining. I think it's without question a live stream for 72 hours. Let's talk about that.
By the Stud Budz.
By the Stud Budz.
who are a duo of Courtney Williams and Natisha Heidemann, who are teammates on the Lynx, best friends. They both have bright pink hair.
Yeah.
And I guess live stream.
They literally live streamed for 72 hours straight, which is incredible. I have so many follow-up questions. How did the phone not die? What was going on? Did they have a battery pack? Was it plugged in?
Right.
But they got a lot of candid moments that I'm shocked they were allowed, including the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert. Thank you. Dancing on the dance floor, just like free dancing. Just interpretive dancing by herself.
To the song Nuck If You Buck.
Thank you. That was the song, which is on the stream, among many other things.
There's also, if you haven't seen the thing that Megan Rapinoe...
Yeah, we won't.
It's not safe for work. It was a beautiful moment. We can't repeat it on this podcast.
Incredible, though.
Just Google Stud Budz, Megan Rapinoe, Sue Bird. And I think what was so amazing about this whole endeavor is, that it was permitted to happen.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple people online say, like, I don't know how long people are going to be allowed to do this, because if you think about advertisers and a broadcast and then a live stream put on by two players, the live stream was the most talked about thing.
Yeah.
How long is a broadcast partner going to be like, yeah, we're cool with that?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was on Twitch. It's not like it was on ESPN or something like that.
No. If ESPN were smart, they would get that live stream on like ESPN2. But I think that's a little too risque.
It's not going to happen.
No.
To me, it felt like it was a moment in time, and it felt like you were getting an intimate look at the behind the scenes of All-Star Weekend. Mm-hmm. You were getting candid moments from players, famous athletes who are not players, like Megan Rapinoe, that you should go and Google. Mm-hmm. That you're getting all these candid moments, but it's never going to happen again. I don't think they're ever going to allow it to happen. I would love for it to happen again. I don't feel like it's going to happen again.
It was too much of a good thing.
It was too much of a good thing, and it was too unscripted for them to allow it to happen again, I would think. I would love for it to happen again, though, for the record.
Same. It should, because also I believe that across like the Stud Budz account and Courtney and Natisha's social media, I think they gained something like 130,000 followers.
Incredible.
It was the most talked about thing. I also think that it was what fans crave, which is a completely raw, authentic look at places they can't go.
Yes.
Like any time as a reporter that I have been, behind the scenes, as it were, in a stadium or in meetings or in what, like those types of things that you report out are the most interesting to people, because it's where you can't go. It's special access. And I think that this made it so accessible to so many people. Is also, I think fans are really sick of the sort of platitudes and streamlined, straightforward word salad that you mostly get on broadcast. Even, as hard as the host or athletes try, there's just kind of a limit of polish that you come up against that this was the opposite of.
Yeah, and I think an interesting comp, it's not even a comp, but the closest thing to that live stream that I think you get outside of like a post-game press conference or some sort of interview on ESPN or Good Morning America or something like that with a player is a documentary.
Yes.
So I'm like, if there had been a WNBA All-Star documentary, it would have been fine. It would have given you a little bit of access, but it still ultimately is a curated piece of content.
Yes.
And yes, you're getting this behind the scenes access, but it's like through a specific narrative. There are producers involved. Everyone's a little bit on because I know these cameras are here. Where even though these players knew that they were live streaming, it felt like they just like all their media training went out the window.
Right.
In a great way. In a great way.
Yes, also because it's their peers who are doing it. Also, there was no time to think about it.
Right.
It was live. It's just happening. It was at parties, so people are in party mode. It took you places that, like a documentary, you would get the footage, and, as I've worked on some short docs, like you get footage, you're like, this is incredible. This is the best stuff. We can't use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like most of the best stuff you get on a doc, if it's with athletes, if it's with stakeholders who have a say in how they come across, you can't use it.
No.
This was all of the stuff you can't use in that. It was the good stuff.
Yeah.
And I like to think that our show tries to be like the parts of sports shows, the good stuff parts of sports shows.
Yes.
Without being censored and
right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I identified with what they were trying to do in being so real.
It just
all the
felt
time.
authentic. Like it felt real to them. You felt like you got an inside look at how these players act when they're not on all the time. And it was just great content. Like them asking Diplo to change the music at one of the after parties was amazing. They're like, we want a different vibe. And he changed it.
Also, there's a moment where Courtney was telling the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, this was before I believe she danced. She was all dressed up and she was like, you look amazing, Kathy. Kathy was like, oh, like blushed a little bit. And she was like, what are you wearing? And Kathy was like, well, these shoes, and they were these huge gold platforms. She was like, these are Valentino. I wore them to the draft. They cost too much money to only wear once. And, stuff like that. That's like,
it's fun.
Yes, tell us.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved it.
Really good.
I loved it.
Speaking of money.
What?
Speaking of money, however, so the WNBA players have opted out last October of the current collective bargaining agreement, which is basically saying you need to pay us more as the WNBA explodes. I believe ratings are up 23% this year over last year, and they were up so much last year over the year before. Like the WNBA, everybody knows, is exploding, and the payers, I believe, the minimum salary is $66,000. I think the median salary is $140,000.
Yeah.
I think the rookie salary is $75,000. I mean,
insane
numbers that are offensive.
Yeah.
Given the work these women do and how much the league makes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy. So while the players were warming up for the All-Star game, they all wore T-shirts that said, pay us what you owe us, which you can actually purchase, I believe.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, we should get one.
We should get one.
That's amazing. So we talked about this in our Dallas Cowboys episode, actually, last week, that you can go check out about how amazing it is to watch people unionize, especially women, where I think in the world of working women, traditionally it's like, you're lucky to be here. You shouldn't ask for more. You shouldn't be seen as disagreeable. And so to see this league of women who are advocating for themselves, and everybody wore that T-shirt, all the All-Stars.
Yeah, they all wore it.
It's incredible.
I love that they all wore them, and I love that everyone wore it.
Yes.
That was great. That is like they were all in collective agreement.
Oh. But that's what you need.
Yes.
That's how a union, and not only is that how a union succeeds when everybody's on board fighting for everybody else, but it's how a country
unites.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, look out for each other.
Charlotte's running for public office, guys. Watch out. Watch out.
There are too many. That ship has sailed.
I have
too many tweets to run for any.
Too much of an online presence. My digital footprint.
Starting in like 2005 on Facebook.
Oh my!
Can you know, someone finds
Facebook. I hid all my Facebook photos.
It's the same.
Just because they were like embarrassing. For the record, there's nothing bad. No. Like it's just photos are like, when you do a fake. Well, I don't know. Maybe this young ages me. Do a photo shoot with your friends at your house.
I mean,
and you'd post a full album on Facebook.
Wow.
And you'd add a weird edit to them, like stickers and so sepia tone.
This is the difference. We are 5 years apart.
Yeah.
Therein is the difference, because mine were just like me drunk in college, like sitting in a pizza box. Like there was no editing. It would be one night out. Where you take a digital camera,
200 photos.
200 photos, and it would be called like. Actually, my best name for a Facebook album was a Halloween album where I dressed up as, I told everyone I was dressing up as a bunny, as in like, they thought it would be a sexy bunny, and then I rented a full-on like carpet Easter bunny suit.
It's like in Mean Girls.
Yeah.
When Lindsay Lohan shows up as like a vampire bride or something like that.
Yeah, it was that on purpose. And the store that I rented them from in Waterville, Maine was called Are You Ready to Party?
You were ready.
The name of the Facebook album was Are You Ready to Party?
Stop. I need to see these photos.
And then I got hot and I took it off halfway through, and then the party got busted by security, and I had to go pick up the costume from the Colby security office the next day.
That's embarrassing.
So a little bit about me.
We should insert a photo from one of these Facebook albums. I'll put one of my photos.
It's not on the internet anymore, but
I'll pull me neither. I'll pull one. I'll put them in.
Wow, that's called dedication. To your fan base,
to the craft.
Also, one real quick thing about the WNBA stuff. Kelce Plum said at a press conference that the meeting that they had to discuss wearing the shirt. She said no one from Team Clark was at the meeting, and people have taken it to mean like, because they drafted Nafisa Collier of the Lynx drafted one team of All-Stars. Caitlin Clark of the Fever drafted another. Unfortunately, she was hurt, so she couldn't play. But at a press conference asked about these shirts, Kelce Plum of the LA Sparks said no one from Team Clark was at the meeting, and people have taken that to mean like there was shade. Were they not involved? But Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, who's an amazing reporter, she tweeted, thought it was fairly obvious Kelce Plum tried to make a joke that didn't land. The meeting where players decided to wear the shirts was at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Understandable that not many from Team Clark made it after what we saw on Stud Budz from the night before, where everyone was partying.
Yeah.
And Kelce said, after she said that, I'm trying to make a joke. So I don't think that was any drama.
No. There wasn't any drama there.
So
it was a joke.
Just clearing that up.
Thanks. Thank you for clearing that up. Well, in other news, this is couple relationship news of the summer. Well, next to Paige.
Yeah.
On the red carpet.
Huge.
Yeah. I mean,
huge.
This is huge.
My jaw dropped. Because it was sudden. There was no warning. It just all of a sudden felt like a relationship was being hard launched that we hadn't even heard rumblings about.
No. Outside of an Instagram post, which we'll get to that in a moment.
Right.
Dallas Mavericks star Klay Thompson, who used to play for the Golden State Warriors, is dating none other than Megan Thee Stallion.
I mean,
icon.
Rapper, icon.
Artist.
Just visionary.
I
couldn't love this more.
I love it so much. So rumors started, I guess. Well, I don't even know if it's rumors. It was more a medium launch.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. There was no rumblings.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they like posted each other.
Yeah. So Megan posts I think it was a roundup of photos. And one of them, she's like in a bikini looking great as she does. And if you look in the background, you zoom in. And who's lounging on a poolside chair? But everyone's like, is that Klay Thompson?
Like, it could only be Klay Thompson. There are some athletes in this world who look alike in a way that you could be like, that could be several people. There is only one Klay Thompson. And I don't mean that even in physical appearance.
No.
I mean it in attitude.
Yes.
This is a man who had a boat, who famously had a boat and would just drive his boat around when he lived in the Bay Area. He would kayak to work sometimes.
No, he did not.
Yeah. He says things like, the meaning of life is how you feel that the wind breezes between your toes. Like there is an essence to this man that is unmistakable.
Aaron Rodgers wishes he could say something like that.
Madeline, yes. Klay Thompson wishes. Klay Thompson is what Aaron Rodgers wishes he could be and knows he will never even come close to.
What other podcast is comparing Klay Thompson to Aaron Rodgers?
Isn't bad.
No, Klay Thompson is not bad.
Klay Thompson brings the best vibes in the world.
No, I don't think Klay Thompson is a conspiracy theorist toting not factual information
all
around.
I'll say is if he is, we don't know about it.
We don't know. That's
which
true.
Is the
we don't
whole
know
point.
about it.
We don't want to know about it.
I don't want to.
If you're a conspiracy theorist and you're an athlete, keep it to yourself. Actually, tell us, though.
Tell us.
But keep it for your own PR good.
Keep it to yourself. So post that, everyone's like, oh my God, that's Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
And then they made their red carpet debut. I believe it was at a charity gala or something in New York. And they look incredible.
They look amazing. It was for Megan's Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala, which honors her parents at Gotham Hall in New York City. And on the red carpet, Megan is interviewed because they're like, what? You have a boyfriend and it's Klay Thompson? She says, we met and it was such a meet cute. It was like an effing, she said the full word, but this is a family-friendly podcast, movie. I won't tell you how and I won't tell you when, but it was a movie. And then they said, what do you like about Klay? And she said that he's the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
That's so sweet.
Their energy is so perfectly
perfect.
You know how we've talked about how we love a supportive husband?
Yeah. Oh, supportive husband.
I mean,
future. They're going to get married.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. I also saw, I think, Klay Thompson, at that gala was wearing a watch, and I think Megan Thee Stallion gifted it to him. Some very fancy, like $200,000 watch. So I'm like, they're whipped. They're locked in. You know what I mean?
They're together.
They're together to the point where Megan posted on, I think, TikTok, they're working out, and she posted. She
posted on TikTok. They're working out.
She posted on TikTok with voiceover of the workout they're doing together, and then like Klay is interjecting in it, but it's so cute. Like you can just tell they really like each other, and I wish them nothing but the best. I'm like, she deserves the world. I mean, you know her history. Like Megan Thee Stallion deserves someone who just like treats her amazing. Yes. Like just worships the ground she walks on, and it feels like Klay Thompson worships the ground she walks on.
It feels like this is a man who isn't afraid to be with a powerful woman.
Yeah.
It also feels like for both of them, there's that Sex and the City quote where it's like, men are like taxi cabs. When their light goes on, all of a sudden the next person they pick up, they're going to marry.
Right.
But I would argue that in this case, it's both Megan and Klay seem like the taxi cabs.
Yeah.
And they're like just parking next to each other.
And it just,
it was like they're both ready and they found each other and it worked.
It works. I wish them nothing but the best, and I'm sure they will have a fabulous wedding with hopefully not too many compressed flowers. That's all I'll say.
Ooh.
That's all I'll say.
Well, a reminder, we've got some coming up at the end of this app. Speaking of a musician, pop star who found a supportive man.
Yes.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce back in the news for a sad reason, but I think it's okay. Taylor's dad, Scott Swift, had to undergo an unexpected quintuple bypass heart surgery earlier this week. Awful. I think it's okay. I think it went well.
Yeah.
But the part of this, the fun thing that came out of this was quotes from a source in Yahoo.com.
We know who that source probably is.
Saying really great things about Travis. Taylor Swift has a redheaded publicist named Tree Payne. And whenever there is a source named, it is usually her.
Yeah.
The best part of this was sources say the NFL star immediately, quote, went into total caregiver mode, doing everything from ordering takeout for Taylor to personally checking on her father. This was their first crisis together, and Travis was doing everything right, the insider said. If Taylor wasn't ready to marry him before, she sure is now. They were in love before, but now it seems unbreakable. And then we are told that during this crisis, or as a result of it, or whatever, Travis was added to the Swift family group chat.
Whoa. Okay. Lot to unpack here. Number one point being, he wasn't already in the group chat?
Well, I would argue, even if they were married, there's a chance.
Okay, that's fair.
Also,
that's fair.
I think this is a little bit of fuzzy math because I guarantee you there is still a group chat that is with Taylor, her brother Austin, her mother, and her father. Without him.
Yes.
There is now one with him.
Yes.
I feel like this has to be the first boyfriend of Taylor's to be added to a group chat.
I don't feel like Joe Alwyn was in a group chat. There's something about him.
Joe?
He's not in a group chat.
He probably has a flip phone.
He would be like, oh, actually, I'm only on WhatsApp.
I'm only on WhatsApp on my computer, and then from mobile, I just carry a T9 word.
Sorry.
Because I'm a sad art boy.
I just went to private school and...
Is it?
Well, I guess it's public. Yeah, it's public in the
public
UK.
is private.
Whatever.
Woo. Anyways,
I can't envision Joe Alwyn being in the group chat.
No.
There's no way.
No.
I can't picture Joe Alwyn using an emoji. Where's Travis Kelce? He loves an emoji, I'm sure.
Travis Kelce.
He loves them.
Joe Alwyn would only do like emoticons, like the colon and then a parentheses for a smiley face. Travis Kelce's out here. I guarantee you his most used emoji is the fire emoji.
100%.
Fire emoji, then 100. Then
I think then then I think it's the smiley face that's like this.
And then the salute one.
Yeah, I love the salute one.
Me too. I think that's
my fave.
My most used.
I feel like Joe Allen's second next to the colon smiley face is just XX.
Yes. Oh,
lowercase XX.
Sorry,
XX.
but is there anything more icky than a British man who uses XX?
Well, I hope Taylor Swift's dad's doing okay.
Yes.
I hope Travis is enjoying being in the group chat and
too.
sending his fire emoji because he deserves it.
All right, now fire emoji. That's what he says.
Oh, he says that. Oh,
he
okay.
Trademarked, Taylor trademarked all right now.
I love that. I thought that was like a weird Matthew McConaughey impression.
You would think. It would make
more
more
sense. I realized?
sense.
You haven't done an impression in a while.
I think someone shamed me.
No, I didn't shame you. You can
know,
bring
I'm
out
kidding.
your creative side anytime.
I haven't.
This is a judgment-free zone. Listen, I do improv, so whatever.
Yeah, we do improv every week.
That's true. This is improv.
on this show.
This is a lot of yes and.
This show is more improv than anything else.
Then prepared.
Whoa,
I don't know.
you good?
That's all right. I'm good.
Okay, I'll prep an impression for next week.
All right, I love that. I'll be surprised.
Oh, the pressure's on.
You know, I got served. Sorry, one last thing. I got served. Speaking of by
famous
England,
last words. One last thing.
I got served a TikTok yesterday, and I was watching like 10 of them of a mom who's from, I believe, West Virginia, and she moved to Ireland, lives in Derry, Ireland, and has now raised 2 children in Ireland. So her accent is the most fascinating accent.
Oh,
it's
I
like
need to
kind of
see that.
American, like West Virginia-esque, but then she'll have like Irish little hints in there, and then her children obviously have Derry accents, but then she posted these videos of them like doing words in an American accent, and they sounded spot on.
Oh, that's amazing.
Anyways,
You know, I will say, I have an impression I could do,
I mean, you want to do it.
which is that. So I was just in Maine. My family's up in Maine. Spent a lot of time up there. I was lucky to get away for a little bit. And the Maine accent
Yeah.
is crazy.
Hit me.
It's like, so I wrote a profile. I said this recently. I wrote a profile of a coach a few years ago, Bruce Brown. I misspoke. His name is Brett Brown, and a few people call me out on the internet. He is an assistant coach at the Spurs, I believe, now.
Okay.
And he's from the town near where my family is in Maine. And so I wrote about him, and he said that Tim Duncan, Spurs great Tim Duncan, told him that his accent sounded Australian. The Maine accent is kind of Australian.
Okay.
I don't want to offend anyone in Maine, but it would be like if you're a lobsterman, say, yeah, gonna get my traps ready and go down to the docks to haul up some bugs, have them for dinner. It's like a wild. Google
Can I
it.
say something? Can
What?
I say something? You're going to hate what I'm about to say. I love that accent, by the way. Thank you
good.
for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing.
See, yes, and
If I had my eyes closed, do you know who that sounded like?
no.
You're not going to like it.
Who?
Bill Belichick. It sounded like Bill Belichick.
No, it didn't.
I think it did. We're going to play the tape back after. It sounded like Bill Belichick.
God damn it. All right. Well,
Let me know what other people think, because I think it was great. I think it sounded like Bill Belichick.
look, he spent a lot of time in New England.
No. He spends a lot of time in Maine.
And he
with his
he
girlfriend,
looks
Jordon
like
Hudson.
he dressed up as a fisherman
So,
with his young girlfriend.
yes.
Speaking of them,
Yes.
they have a docu-series
Oh,
coming
my
out.
God. Oh, my God. Yes, on Hulu, which obviously we will be watching.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And
Don't worry.
Interesting, because the last we heard about a reality show was that Hard Knocks was not going to do it.
Yeah.
So there were some machinations behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I pray to the whatever spiritual entity you believe in, Klay Thompson, that Jordon is heavily featured.
Oh, for sure.
Follow her around. Get a camera on that woman.
There's no way she's not.
There's no way.
Because, I do need to add something about Jordon Hudson.
What?
We have an update, which is that she unfollowed the Sports Gossip Show on Instagram, which to me is the biggest indicator. She saw our messages, obviously, and knew we were mentioning her on the show, and then didn't respond to come on the show, and then unfollowed us.
Yeah.
So as of today, as of this recording, she does not follow us on Instagram.
Right. Either that, or we stopped talking about her as much.
Oh, interesting.
And so she wasn't as interested.
well, Jordon,
Jordon, we're back.
we're back. Yeah.
Jordon, give us a follow.
Yeah,
If
come
you
on.
hear
well,
this-
she did
if you
follow
hear this,
us.
give us a follow.
She intentionally unfollowed us, which I kind of love.
I do too. It's sort of iconic. It's sort
Yeah.
of better than her following us. It's her
Yeah.
following us and then
unfollowing us.
Follow us again
Follow us again.
if you're out there.
Yeah,
God, how funny would it be if she was like, okay.
I mean,
Like, she's going to do what we say because,
I would love that, and also come on the pod, as we've said.
yeah, come on the pod. Okay. Something we have to talk about is that the president of the United States, Donald Trump, has said that he wants the Washington Commanders and Cleveland Guardians to change their names back to the original names they had that were offensive.
Yeah, they were offensive.
And he's threatening to withhold funding from the Commanders' new stadium
Yep,
if they don't change it back.
yep.
And there's a lot of stuff you could talk about with this. But my main takeaway is that Trump is obsessed with the NFL.
Oh yeah,
Trump is like a high school boy who never got over his high school girlfriend, and he's almost 80.
Yeah.
And he's still talking about her, still trying to make her life miserable.
Well, I also think it's beyond just the NFL. I think he's kind of obsessed with sports because he's not athletic. Mm-hmm. There's nothing about that man that screams athletic.
No.
And I think, like, if you saw he was on the field at the Club World Cup finals in New Jersey at the stadium, that MetLife,
yeah.
thank you, not Gillette. And he looked so awkward and out of place.
Yeah, because Trump's not cool.
No.
And sports are sort of inherently cool. It's like the trope of the jock as prom king.
Right.
That's not Trump.
No.
He tried to buy an NFL team. He tried to buy the Bills in 2004.
Oh, wow, really?
I
don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I don't remember what year it was, but he tried to buy the Bills.
Yeah.
Presented all of this evidence of how much money he has.
Right.
And the NFL was like, well, we don't believe you that you actually have that much money. Terry Pagula bought the Bills, still owns it now.
Yeah.
Trump also previously tried to buy the New Jersey Guardians, who were in the USFL. And I think because of something having to do with him, the whole league collapsed.
Oh, no. Okay.
And he said in 2016 that if he had been allowed to buy an NFL team, he wouldn't have run for president.
Well,
so
what else needs to be said on that?
Yeah, sort of wish he'd been able to run the Bills into the ground instead. But
yeah.
So I just, the fact that he is going after, this is a huge story. This is like the most read story on every sports website.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I hope the teams like stand their ground and do not change their name back to offensive names.
I don't think they will.
No, I don't think so either.
That's a lot of marketing money they spent rebranding.
Well, that just like would be insane. It'd be crazy.
If they do, yikes.
We will have a lot to say about that.
Speaking of the NFL,
yes,
and disasters.
Oh, please. Oh no.
Okay. The NFLPA.
Yeah.
Have you seen what's going on there?
I have seen some of this. Yes. I don't really understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And what it is.
I'm going to do my best to explain it. Well, I'm going to do my best because sometimes lawsuit or like legal stuff feels like math to me, and I have trouble, like my eyes glaze over as I read it. I think I understand what's going on. Hopefully in the future we can have an NFL person on to really correct anything we botch here. But the NFLPA is the players union, as we talked about with the WNBA and their collective bargaining agreement. Every major league has a union, which the players are the union. Mm-hmm. And they are in charge of, there's also a leadership structure of that union, especially the NFLPA, which is such a huge operation. They are in charge of looking out for the players' best interests. Mm-hmm. And you know how we always say your employer doesn't care about you?
Yeah.
Your employer doesn't care about you, but your union should.
Right.
And basically the problem here is that the leadership of this union has not been looking out for the players. And our buddy Pablo Torre of Pablo Torre Finds Out, great show, he uncovered a few controversies and cover-ups. So basically, there was a deal done with Deshaun Watson for the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson had been accused by tens of women of sexual misconduct, assault, bad stuff. When he was with the Houston Texans, the Browns signed him anyway and gave him $40 million in guaranteed money. Mm-hmm. Apparently, NFL owners were not happy about this because they were like, that sets a really bad precedent, because the way contracts are structured, they will try to guarantee as little money as possible. Meaning, like, if a player gets hurt, they don't have to pay him. Or, it's basically a constant fight between owners and the players and their agents to be like, guarantee me this money.
Right.
And apparently there were some texts sent between Arizona Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell and the LA Chargers owner Dean Spanos after Bidwell and the Arizona Cardinals signed quarterback Kyler Murray to a long-term extension. So the owner of the Chargers texted the owner of the Cardinals and said, "Congratulations on signing Murray." And then Michael Bidwell responds, "Thanks, Dino," which is a big part of the story I want to focus on. The owner of the Cardinals said to Dean Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, "Thanks, Dino." Dino, my man. The NFL owners having nicknames for each other.
Also, like, in a text message, who's, like, I wouldn't say your name in a text, like, if I texted you something like, "Oh, you did something," I wouldn't be like, "Thanks, Charlotte."
Thanks, Dino. But that to me is like the false intimacy if they don't know each other that well.
Totally. Yeah, that's true.
It's like what you're like, hey, like Tim texts you and you're like, hey, Timmy, which I think I recently did to a friend.
Oh, my guy.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, so he says, thanks, Dino. These QB deals are expensive, but we limited the fully guaranteed money and have some pretty good leverage. Thankfully, we have a QB that's worth paying for. Your deal helps us for our QB next year, Spanos texted back. And then the Cardinals owner, who just signed Kyler Murray with limited guaranteed money, said, I think many teams will be happy with it once they have a chance to review. Cleveland really screwed things up, but I was resolved to keep the guaranteed money relatively low. Okay, so the former NFLPA executive director, Damari Smith, filed a grievance over this, over teams colluding to lower guaranteed money. And
they did this after the Deshaun Watson contract gate.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And so there was a 61-page ruling that Pablo first reported saying that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and an NFL General Counsel told teams after that to limit guaranteed money.
Right.
So
they're like, don't do that again.
Right. So there was a... they were like, this is the NFLPA was like, this is collusion. This is bad. I think that it was ultimately ruled there wasn't. But the most important part of this was that there was a confidentiality agreement that hid the details of an arbitration decision about this from players.
So only the owners knew.
Yes. So this brings us to the guy in question.
Yeah.
This guy, Lloyd Howell, who was the NFLPA's executive director. And he resigned recently, just 2 years after taking over the role from the Damari Smith, the guy before. And J.C. Tretter, who served as the union's president from 2020 to 2024, is also going to step down as a result of that, the collusion, the lowering payment.
Basically, the implication being that they knew about it.
Yeah.
And kept it a secret.
They kept it from players.
Yeah.
And that they sort of worked with the NFL to try, like the union that is supposed to be protecting players worked with the NFL to try to screw them over. There were a few other things, which was that the NFL filed a grievance against the NFLPA in September of 2023, accusing the union of encouraging players to fake injuries, which is wild. And this all happened because J.C. Tretter, one of the head guys of the union, insinuated that guys might be doing this. And then the NFL was like, okay, well, we're going to look into this.
Yeah.
So all insane if you're union.
Yeah.
And there were some rushed things about hiring Howell in the first place. But also Howell worked for a company called the Carlyle Group.
Okay.
The Carlyle Group, he was a part-time paid consultant. And that is a firm that is potentially seeking investment in NFL franchises.
Feels like a conflict of interest to me.
You'd think. You'd think. And apparently he worked in like the aerospace sector.
For a second, I thought you were about to say the Aerostore. And I was about to be like,
the Aerostore?
I would love for that plot twist. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
Not great. And he also expensed multiple trips to a strip club, Magic City in Atlanta.
Shout out to
on
Magic
the
City.
NFLPA's dime.
Oh, that's not great.
So
I don't think that was a work trip. Fear it wasn't.
Fear it was. Methinks it was not a work trip. He expensed like over $2,000 a few times, I think.
Oh, no. That's actually, I feel like, not that much money at the strip.
No, I guess not.
That's different. We can talk about that later.
Also, I think Magic City is a strip club that the NBA player Lou Williams was caught at and said he went because he liked the wings.
Well, they do have good. Yeah, they're known for them. Wow. That's a lot to unpack.
Did that make any sense?
It made sense. So what are the implications? Like, where does it go from here? The guys step down.
Yeah.
The players are mad.
Yeah.
The owners are like, oopsies. Yikes. They don't want to give you more money. Sorry.
Right.
So now what are the players going to do?
I think they're electing new leadership because these two guys who sort of screwed everything stepped down. And Howell also resigned from his part-time consulting job with the Carlyle Group.
Resign from a part-time consulting job or the scope was just up.
Can I just show you the Carlyle Group's website?
Boy.
If you go to the carlyle.com/r-people.
Yeah.
Look at these people.
Oh boy.
You got a line of white guys,
old white men.
You got a line of older white women. You got a few, maybe two people of color in the whole thing. you got all of these people look like they just came into your office. They all have this smile, the satisfied smile. They look like they just laid off 200 people in one meeting.
You know what they look like?
What?
That they could have been caught on the Coldplay concert video.
Boom.
All these people, if you replace them with the guy, I would have been like, looks like any of these guys.
All these people were one Jumbotron shot away from getting divorced.
And instead they're like, we're going to hide some information from some of the highest paid athletes in the world. Oopsie doopsies.
I know. Unfortunately, they aren't the ones.
No, they
who
aren't the
did
ones.
it.
No, they aren't.
It would be
right, whatever.
It would feel more appropriate.
These photos also look like
they look like they hid a bunch of money from NFL players.
Yeah. They also look like AI generated humans. I can't explain. It looks like if I saw these and they're like, is this AI? I'd be like, man, probably.
Yeah. Steve Wise, co-head of America's corporate private equity.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
But he looks like he was going to go to the Coldplay concert in Boston, like fly his private jet from New York to Boston, and then at the last minute there was a thunderstorm.
Couldn't go. For the record, we're not saying he's having an affair.
We're not saying anybody's having an affair.
But these people look like they could have been at the Coldplay concert. Anyways,
so,
wow.
So that's
crazy.
Part of what's going on with the NFL.
Wow.
PA.
Oh my God.
So I think the moral of the story there really is like your union should be your friend.
They should be your friend.
And if they're not, you should fire everybody associated with why they aren't.
Yeah. Well, I hope these players get what they deserve. That's all I'll say.
So do I.
Well, to wrap things up this week, we said this at the beginning of the show, but we do have a huge compressed floral update. Since we were off for a few weeks, a lot of you submitted weddings and engagements that they wanted us to analyze.
Yep.
And whether they were compressed or not. So we're
I
just going to
haven't
get into a
seen
few.
any of these.
Okay, so the first one is the Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold.
Wow, that's a weird sentence. He used to be the Jets. He was with the Vikings. Forgot he was with the Seahawks.
Oh, okay. Well, he is engaged to now his fiance, Katie Hoofnagel, if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly.
Okay.
They got engaged, it looks like in Dana Point in California. Beautiful setting.
Is that geotagged or does it just say Malibu?
It says Dana Point.
Okay. I didn't know if you were doing a California thing where you can tell like from the picture.
Oh, no. I'm looking at the geotag in the photo.
Okay. I've been there.
Oh, that's nice. Good for you. Okay, so
can you turn that a tiny bit?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Obviously, we'll insert the images. So here they are on the beach. Photographer took these photos. Okay.
We got the hand
posing.
on the stomach. Oh, outfit change.
Outfit change. I don't know if is this the same day?
Yeah.
I feel like probably.
Yeah, you see the cliffs in the background.
Yeah. And here is the proposal.
Oh, whoa.
So we got a lot of white flowers. Looks like a couple candles. Interestingly, this location kind of reminds me of where Josh Allen proposed to Haley Steinfeld.
Which was in Malibu.
It was in
They
Malibu.
just didn't geotag it exactly where it was.
Yes.
I think you're right.
Now, I want to know, do we think these are compressed? Because, I don't know, we gotten a lot of hate. People have been like, these are what all flowers are compressed. I will say, these may be medium or light, a light compression.
Yeah, but spiritually they're compressed.
You just looked at it and you're like, they're compressed.
No, because here's what I'll say. When I think of non-compressed florals, I think of arrangements that have, I think part of it is a color thing too.
Yes,
like
for sure.
If they're not all white, if there's variation, if there's a different kind of leaf or, a vine or grasses, these are all flowers. I will say, looks like, hold on one second.
Oh, Charlotte's looking at it.
White wisteria?
I don't know.
Anyway, whatever.
I believe
they're
you.
like they're sort of
tall.
They're sticking up tall out of the bunch.
Yeah.
So yes, in that sense, they're not as compressed, but it looks sort of like a ring of flames of white flowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm still going.
I like.
I
them,
think
though.
they look nice. I think these look nice. I think I'm going that these are light to medium compression.
I guess I just think
because there's more movement. I think when you look at the wider shot, there's
Yeah.
a little bit more movement of shape. Yes, but I agree. They are all kind of like the same flowers. There's not a lot of diversity of flowers or textural elements.
Which I get.
To loosen them up.
I'm not saying I don't. I think
Yeah.
in general, I think it's kind of weird when people set up a stage to propose on.
Yes.
I think that's
a little
my
weird.
main. That's really kind of
Because then I'm like, what are you doing with all these flowers afterwards? It's
Yeah, you
basically
just walk
for the
away?
photo. I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think that's my issue with the wedding
waste.
industrial complex is that so much stuff
So
is
much
done
waste.
just for the photo.
I know.
If there's something that's done for the experience itself too, I'm like, great, have them as compressed as you want. But you made like a stage out of I don't know.
It's
and
a
I
lot
get
of
people
flowers.
do this. And if you did this, I'm so happy for you. I hope it was everything you wanted. And I hope your
Yes.
photos came out great. And these flowers are beautiful.
Yeah, and they look happy, and congrats to them. Okay, moving on to an Olympic middle distance runner. She got married. Athingmu Nikolaev.
Athingmu got married?
She got married.
I love
Let
her.
me pull him up.
Oh, she fell during she was supposed to win the 400 or the 800. And she fell in the trials at the,
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, she got married at the resort. Oh, there's a fly going around.
Oh, sorry.
She got married at the resort at Pelican Hill.
Where's that again?
This is
Pelican Hill?
I think it's in California. Yeah, by Newport Beach.
Okay.
It's fancy.
They
It's
play golf
bougie.
there.
Yeah, a lot of golf. So they got married back in March, but then she posted the photos a few weeks ago, and I'm
that's
turning.
nice.
Okay. Well, it's some pink flowers. There's more colors.
Uh-huh.
All right. Again, stunning couple. They look gorgeous. Okay.
Okay.
More foot.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so I guess
They got married under. I wouldn't even call it an arch. It's like an.
it's a dome.
It's like a dome, and it looks like two pillars of flowers.
Yeah, well, it looks like two Christmas trees of pink and white flowers, and then like a whole ring of flowers above. And look,
Yeah.
not as kind of compressed, but like more greenery, a little more
Yes.
spread. I like it.
Yes. I think maybe I was thrown off by the size. And
Yeah.
It's just like I was like, whoa.
It's sort of like Kevin Love and Kate Bach's massive floral arch, where you're
Yes.
like, it's just so
Yeah,
tall
it's
and
just
so many flowers.
It's big, but I will say if you're actually looking at the flower concentration, I would say it's on the medium.
yeah,
I don't
same.
think it's super compressed actually.
Same.
We got a lot of people submitting this one, and I think it's more to your point, the size of the arch setup
Yeah.
that feels like it's more dramatic than it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's also spiritually compressed. Like I can't explain what compressed flowers are.
I know people ask us.
because it's like these aren't even that shoved in there.
No.
But they're like it's sort of just like the thickness of the
Yeah.
floral arrangement
It's
itself.
it's like the thickness and the aesthetic being similar to other athlete weddings.
yeah.
I think that's kind
I
of
think
what
that's
is attached to it.
yeah. I mean, I like that she used some pink.
No, I do too. The flowers are pretty.
Yeah.
She looks stunning.
I mean, yeah, her dress is out of control.
But yeah, I mean, her bouquet is a little bit more compressed, I would say.
I don't mind that so much though, because there's variation in the size of the flowers.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
It's not monosized.
No, monosized. I don't know. That sounds like the name of a dinosaur type.
Monosized.
It's a monosized dino.
It's a cyclops. There's one eye.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and the last one is a Premier League player from
Oh, nice.
Norway who plays for Arsenal. His name is Martin Odegaard. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. So let's click through these. All right, so they had a very classic wedding.
Checkered floor, chandelier.
Checkered floor. Now,
I don't see
I
too
don't
many.
see any compression.
No.
But let me check her Instagram because she might have had more of a detailed look at the wedding. No, actually, I don't think so.
No.
Wow. Okay, that was anticlimactic.
I mean, it looks less compressed than the others.
It
Maybe it's because it's not American.
You know what? I think it is because, all right, we're going to analyze this one because if you look at her bouquet is pretty small.
Yeah.
And it has a little twilly little
tendril.
thing.
Tendril.
Yes. So I actually do wonder if it's maybe just this is an American problem.
It feels like an American excess situation.
I think I'll do a deep dive into some other Premier League weddings
Okay.
because that will maybe help us come to the conclusion on this one. I was like, I'm banking on there's going to be a lot of it. Sorry. Guys.
No, this is a fun twist. All right. Thanks.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening or watching.
Yes. I hope. I'm a little self-conscious about the NFLPA thing. I'm like, I
think
hope
it was
that
great.
made sense.
I think it was great.
All right, thanks.
I think it was great.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, great stuff.
I've missed our weekly roundups.
Me too.
We'll be back. There's going to be more than ever
Yeah.
at some point.
Yes, some point. As always, please like and subscribe, rate and review us. It makes a huge difference on Apple, Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Sports Gossip and on TikTok at Sports Gossip Show. It really does make a huge difference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.